Hello and welcome, my name is Michael, and today I'm going to be playing in the 867 start date, Wrath of the Northmen tab, as Earl Alfred, one of the recommended characters. Now, it says that the difficulty is advanced, but I don't think so. I think it's fairly easy. And I'll tell you why. You see, while we do technically start as a count, our brother is the Duke of Wessex, and he owns all of this land. And better yet, he is scripted to die in a hunting accident, meaning that all of this will soon be ours. We don't even need to appoint council members because that's how quickly we'll move up to Duke level. We are going to start along the martial lifestyle because we will be doing a lot of fighting. And we can just unpause. So now our brother has given out a few counties to randomly generated vassals. As it happens, we already have claims on these three counties here, so we can go ahead and attack this guy immediately, and that will result in us having one more county in our personal domain when we take over as the Duke of Wessex. Okay, so apparently the King of Wessex doesn't always die in a scripted event, but most of the time he does. So I'm just gonna go ahead and restart here and try again. And there we go. This time, just about a year after the start of the game, my brother died of unknown causes apparently, and I have the Kingdom of Wessex. Now, as you can see here, this time it happened before I got Middlesex, but that's okay, we are still at war, meaning we can just go ahead and finish that little fight. Now, along with the Kingdom of Wessex, we also inherited a couple of wars with the Norse. That's fine, they're invading East Anglia and they're invading Northumbria. It would be neat if we can defend East Anglia, that means we can peacefully vassalize them later, but if not, it's not a big issue. There we go, and I get my free county. And we lost Northumbria to Jorvik. That's fine. Their strength is entirely in their special soldiers, here they are, and when they are gone, they will no longer be a threat, especially since they definitely will split up their land upon succession. Now, Mercia, East Anglia and me are still fighting against the Boneless over here to defend East Anglia. And it looks like we just might win, as we have 5k troops, they only have 4k. That being said, Mercia is currently in the process of losing a bunch of troops and maybe land to Jorvik. Unfortunate, but again, not a huge issue. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and disband my troops. If the Boneless actually arrives in East England, I can raise them again. Now, another advantage for us is the fact that our sister is married to the petty king of Mercia, meaning that we can go ahead and negotiate an alliance with them whenever it is convenient for us. And we will, because Mercia is a big duchy, and they actually have a decent number of levies. Now, here we got lucky, we can go ahead and take the aggressive attacker commander trait, which will be extremely good for us, as it will allow us to, well, quickly cut down any of the special soldiers the Norse have. I'm also going down the gallantry, not the entirely, just this right hand side, which will give us advantages in battles and the number of knights. Okay, well, this is unfortunate. This Norse guy, who is allied to Jorvik, is attacking me. They want Hampshire. Okay, well, since Lyon itself is not a threat, maybe if I just siege down that county, that will give me the 100% war score I need. And I don't actually have to fight the 5k troops of Jorvik. It looks like they've decided to siege down my land, while I'm just sieging down their one and only county, which should end up giving me the 100% war score I need. And just like that, I get 100% war score on Lyon. Thank you, come again. And here comes the Boneless. It looks like my allies may not even need my help to get rid of him. We are at 100% war score against the Boneless. Can we please end it? Thank you. Now that I'm at peace, I'm gonna go ahead and move my capital over to London here. And an interesting thing about the Kingdom of England is for some reason you only need 35% land to actually create it. So we already have all the land we need to create it. And they get the nickname The Great. I think this is also scripted. I don't know why it happened. We haven't really done anything that warrants us being known The Great, but I'm not complaining. Now, I am going to go ahead and immediately ally Mercia. Those 1200 troops are very useful. Oh, look at that, we're being raided. Well, fortunately for us, they didn't decide to take all of their army to raid, meaning I can just go ahead and crush them. Now, I don't want to do that immediately. I think I'm just gonna let him raid my vassal, and then I'm going to take the gold for myself. Never mind, he escaped. Well, serves me right for being greedy, I guess. Well, at least I was able to capture Montague's army. And I wish it told you how much loot you actually got instead of having to calculate. I think it was around 25, 30 gold, whatever. The petty king of Cornwall wants to negotiate an alliance. Well, usually I wouldn't care, but I am trying to peacefully vassalize him. I am currently swaying him, and hoping that I will be able to peacefully vassalize him when I become king. So I think I will accept. Unfortunately, that doesn't raise his opinion of me. Oh well. But anyway, I do now have enough gold to form the Kingdom of England. And I can now, hopefully, vassalize these people. Now, this guy loves me because I helped him defend against the Vikings. But he's a little way off from just accepting, oh well. We can't do, unfortunately, de jure conquest civil wars, because our culture is so primitive we don't even have the CB innovation. In fact, I am going to just go ahead and start on that immediately. It's going to take us 42 years, but better late than never, I guess. Can I vassalize this guy? Oof, almost. I could vassalize Mercia, but they are way more useful as an ally rather than a subject for now. And now that I've swayed the petty king of Cornwall a little bit more, he is willing to accept the vassalage. Annoyingly, I slipped just below the level 3 legitimacy, meaning that I get negative 25 points for vassalization acceptance. I don't even know how that happened. And I just need one more point to go up to level 3 again, so that I can just go ahead and vassalize East Anglia and then immediately attacked Jorvik, who is now much weakened and is looking like he's going to get weakened further. Can I hold a feast? That does usually give me legitimacy. It's going to be a cheap feast, but that should be alright. Excellent, and I get 50 legitimacy from that feast. And now, does this guy want to be my vassal? He does. But I might be able to get him to normal feudal obligations. Okay, so we have 48% chance to sway him in 7 months, so hopefully that will work out. He is not swayed. Okay, how much money do I need to give to bribe him? Oh man, that's a lot. Fine, I do wanna go in on Jorvik, who is currently distracted by Gwynedd. So I just gonna go ahead and vassalize him with low feudal obligations, which allows me, I can now declare war, a holy war for the entire Duchy of York. And here is where my Mercian ally is gonna come in handy. Okay, they are fighting up here. It looks like I won't be able to capture this castle before that fight is over. Oh, there we go. If I can catch them here, I will probably win. Excellent. And my ally comes in to help, a little too late, but it's fine. And we've already got 50% war score. And this is the duchy that inherited the special event soldiers, so yeah, when these guys are gone, that's it. The Norse and England will be pretty much defenseless. Even the boneless up here has mostly lost all of his event-spot troops. And just like that, I get what is probably one of the best duchies in England. Okay, that's a little annoying, not gonna lie. The petty king of Mercia has become a lollard, and he will only accept vassalage if I give him religious exemption. Well, okay, fine, whatever. There we go. Now, Gwynedd is attacking the county of Cheshire here, hoping to get it for themselves. I'd rather not have them expand into England, so I'm going to attack them as well. And try and take it before they can. And I'm also going to attack this county. This is nice. We get a random 143 gold from our steward, and we can also ask the Pope for gold, giving us a decent chunk of change, which we can later use to build up our men-at-arms. And that's one county down. Actually, no, that's two counties down. How did they get a 100% force score on the Earldom of Joraby, or whatever it's pronounced? I captured their heir and I won a battle. Alright, well, fair enough. Two birds, one stone. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. That apparently released their heir when I peaced out with Cheshire, and now I'm also at war with Gwynedd. Oh, but they are also Lollard, meaning that I can use Holy Wars to capture them as well. And another county down. Now I just need to drive out the Welsh. They do currently have more troops than me, but I think I would win. Whatever, let's just wait for my troops to recover a little bit anyway. Oh my god, why is everyone Lollard all of a sudden? Just come on, man, let's all just be friendly Catholics, who are friendly to each other and not friendly to anyone else. Okay, and here is the fight with the Welsh, which we are going to win. Wonderful. Also, currently the Norse are having a bit of a peasant uprising problem over here. Now, the nice thing is that if these guys win, I will be able to peacefully vassalize them as well. And there goes the Welsh, giving me a nice little bit of money as well as some prestige. And Bernicia is now a thing, a little peasant earldom, and they are absolutely happy to become my vassals immediately. Wonderful. Now, in theory, I could also peacefully vassalize Lotharingia and then this duchy, but they are outside of England, although maybe, as long as I wait for the game to update, maybe if I bribe him? What about now? Yes, now he is willing to become my vassal. And what about this duchy? Okay, they are a different culture, which does cause some strife. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just promote cultural acceptance. Maybe that will give me the opportunity to, well, to subjugate them later. I'm also going to sway their heir. In the meantime, now that my troops have recovered a bit, I think I'm going to go in on the Welsh. The Welsh Lollards have banded together to try and fight me off, but I don't think that's gonna help them. Now, I won't be able to attack the Herbeth immediately because they're allied to the Carlings for some reason, but that's okay. As soon as that alliance expires, they are sitting ducks. There we go, I was able to catch them in the hills, and like that, I get 100% war score. Nice, I managed to capture their heir, and that's like half of Wales now under my control. And there's no reason I can't go in on the remnants of Northumbria immediately. I guess it's a good time to rest and regroup a little, while I'm waiting for my cultural acceptance with these guys to rise so that I can vassalize them. Okay, and at some point it looks like the Duke of Cornwall got this tip of Brittany here that used to belong to a Norse character. He probably conquered it. No, wait. The Norse character is still there. So how was he vassalized by Cornwall? Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter much. Also, Connacht was able to get Munster, meaning they will probably end up forming Ireland, which will make it, well, annoying to get that entire island eventually. What can you do? I guess I'll take living off the land. Now, I don't think I'm going to have any more trouble winning wars in Britain, so I'm going to switch over to the medicine focus, just to make sure I live as long as possible as King Alfred with his amazing stats. I've just taken another chunk of Wales here. The Herbeth is still allied to Francia, but Francia is preoccupied with their war with, well, other Francia. So I'm gonna try and just get in there and take the Herbeth before they can even do anything about it. Oh, that went quicker than I thought it would. Just captured their Duke in the first fight, and like that, all of Wales is mine. Okay, well, the Duke of Mercia, that is Lollard, and I can't do anything about him being Lollard, well, he has tuberculosis and he's near death. And his heir, well, I can educate him and get him to convert to Catholicism, so maybe that's how I'll be able to fix that issue. Also, Ireland has formed, and I'm still working on improving relations with Cumbria. I do want to hybridize with them. That will get us to 100% acceptance. And hopefully, I will be able to peacefully vassalize this guy. Alternatively, they'll just be conquered by this random Norse army, and then I can holy war for it. That works too. Here's interesting, I can just go ahead and adopt administration. I mean, yeah, that will make us much more powerful. It will give us huge control over our vassals, who will then be governors. So yeah, absolutely. We are now centralized government. Okay, annoyingly, these random Welsh people have refused to accept administrative governorship, but we'll fix that over time. Well, here's something I didn't know. Despite not having the limited administration law, and despite not even having the plenary assemblies, which would give us access to limited crown authority, I can just revoke titles from my vassals. And I believe I will do that. Oh, and the Lollards are pissy as well. Whatever. And now I can get rid of Mercia, and with that all of the Lollard nobility has been driven out of my realm. Well, maybe not quite, but soon. There we go, these are the last Lollard nobility. Now I don't see a reason to stop with the Lollards. Might as well keep going until I only have count level vassals. And my first northerner invasion. Those guys usually aren't too much of a problem, as long as you can destroy them as they are disembarking. Or I could just pay them off. Yeah, I'll do that. And the Pope can give me money so that I'm no longer in debt. I'm sorry, what is this? Now the Scots are invading. Oh well. So I'm counter-invading the Scots here, but how exactly did this happen? This duchy that was conquered by Norse is now ruled by, well, by some random North African culture and religion. Okay, what's the title history here? Okay, so this guy conquered it, then he died of natural causes, and I guess because he didn't have any children, a random member of his court inherited, which just so happened to be some North African guy. Alright, fair enough. Whoa. Okay, so I thought they were invading me for Lothian. But no, they're actually invading me for Galicia here. How the heck did I even get this area in? Oh, it's Cornwall again. Man, how did that even happen? Whatever. Oh my god, now I'm just taking war score like crazy because they technically have it occupied down there. Man, can I even get there in time to besiege it now? I don't know, I'll try, I guess. Nope. Could not do it in time, it seems. Well, that's slightly annoying. I don't like losing wars, but man, I really don't care about random counties I get on the other side of the continent or something. Like this as well, like Cornwall, why do you expand like that and just make me the... Well, I guess that's the whole point of being a vassal. Man, I can't wait until my alliance with Cornwall expires so that I can just get rid of them once and for all. Okay, well, let me jump in on this duchy before this peasant revolt wins and they lose the ability to do a holy war for them. Well, at least I got that duchy. And in case you're wondering, I'm calling it that duchy because I just can't even attempt to pronounce that. So, the petty king of Cornwall has finally passed, meaning that my alliance with him, which allowed me to peacefully vassalize him, has now expired, and his son can just go ahead and give me Cornwall, so I don't have to worry about those imperialist Cornish anymore. Now obviously my next targets are Alba and Ireland. Unfortunately they are allied to each other, meaning that they're actually more powerful than me. However, I have expanded my army. I'm waiting for them to fill up and I'm probably gonna expand them even more. When my troops are recovered and then an opportunity presents itself, I will go in on Ireland and or Alba. And while I was waiting for my opportunity, the Scots and the Irish have found their opportunity. They want the Duchy of Lothian. Well, they can't have it. I'm gonna try and defeat them before they can group up into a single army. Okay, there's 750 guys here. Where are the other ones? Oh, there they are. Okay, well, might as well get these guys first. Oh, that maybe wasn't a great idea. Come on, come on. Oh, God. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, hold on. Can I hire mercenaries and get them to help in time? No, I don't think so, damn it. Okay, well, that's one battle lost. But still, I killed almost twice as many as they did, so in a way, it's really a victory. Okay, if I hire mercenaries now, and I get them here where I will be defending in the hills, maybe that will be enough to pull out a victory. Okay, good, these guys are just running away, so yep, that's a victory, excellent. And now they're running away, and they're going to disembark straight into my army, wonderful. Okay, look, maybe I can drive them back further into my land, where they will start to get massive attrition. Great, if we just... oh, nope. Hey, they split up again. Excellent, now I can get the Scots without having to deal with the Irish. Oh, excellent. I am going to fight a few more battles, just to make sure they are as weak as possible, because I will be counterattacking them soon. Look at that, I just deleted pretty much all of their armies. Excellent, I even captured the King of Ireland. Scotland is defending against an invasion of High Moray, which is this duchy here. Okay, so what I can do now is I can declare war for a naval county expansion. If I take one of the counties that border Moray, like this one here, I will then be able to declare a holy war on the Northerner army up there, giving me an entire extra duchy. And of course, by being at war with Scotland, I can also make sure that they do actually lose against the Northerner invasion. There we go. I've deleted the entire Scottish army. Not so much the Irish. They did manage to recover quickly. But in any case, it will not be enough to defend them from this Northerner invasion. And I get my county, which will serve as a fantastic base for the conquest of Moray. Remember when I was raising my cultural acceptance with the Cumbrians, hoping to peacefully vassalize them? Well, we are at 48% acceptance now, and I do want to form a hybrid culture with them. I want the Brythonic heritage because that gives us some unique decisions. I'll keep bureaucratic, keep Anglic, Yeah, these are good traditions. Aesthetics will do both. Hey, and we'll get plenary assembly stack, which will allow us to get up to limited administrative authority. Also, more men-at-arms. Man, for the first time since the game start, we can actually pass limited administration. And I will be having my steward just promote that culture everywhere. Alba has lost half its land to random Vikings, and I am in a perfect position to take that land off of them as soon as the game updates. Finally, the game updates. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my Holy War. They stand no chance. Well, that's not entirely true. They do technically have about as many troops as I do, but I don't think that's gonna save them. Yeah, that did not go well for them. And Northern Scotland is mine. I just need one more county in order to form the Empire of Britannia. I still have a truce with both Scotland and Ireland. Currently, both Ireland and Scotland are fighting a bunch of rebellions, so who knows, maybe they'll dissolve in the meantime and I'll be able to capture all of that land. And my truce with Alba has expired. I am going to be taking a county and I will be taking Argyll. Because that way at least my land will be connected. By getting the whole of body trait, I will live quite a bit longer as King Alfred the Great. Oh no, technically my land still doesn't connect. Oh well. Ireland is currently being invaded by Norsemen, so when that's done, I will be able to take that whole duchy off them. And I think because we'll just be one sea tile away from them, I don't have to conquer a county right next to them in order to actually attack them. But I will take another county up here in Ulster. Now I am working to weaken my vassals or my governors as much as I can. I just destroyed the Duchy of Lothian and gave it out to administrative count level vassals. The previous Duke of Lothian is still here, ruling a little county. Now there are only a few more duchies left. There's the one county duchy Isle of Man, there's Kent, and there's Witch, or however you pronounce it, Witch, whatever. Now Kent and these guys are very loyal to me. And as for the Isle of Man, well, I wouldn't mind owning that county myself, that duchy even. Because if it's owned by a count, well, it's only a matter of time before they make themselves a duke. So I think I am just going to take that county for myself. Excellent. The Isle of Man is a tribal holding, but we can fix that easily enough. Now the wars in Ireland and Scotland are over. Scotland is back to being Alba again. I will be declaring war on these northern invaders ASAP for that little duchy. But first, I'm just gonna go ahead and yoink the Kingdom of Alba. And look at that. Now I can take all of that land in just a series of little wars. Like this. And like this. And yoink. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and continue with these little wars. And finally, my kingdom is totally connected. Alright, Munster, you're next. Well, that was easy. So do I now have enough land to try and take the Kingdom of Ireland? No, I need 2 more counties. Okay. Can I press someone's claim? No, it looks like it will have to be county by county. Okay, that's not an issue, I guess. But I absolutely do have enough land to take the Empire of Britannia. I just need to save up some gold, and I'll be able to call myself Emperor. There we go. I've got the 500 gold necessary, and I am now a mighty Emperor. Fantastic. I took Dublin over here. And conveniently, the Norse off of the Orkney Islands have captured the islands of Scotland. meaning that I can just go ahead and do a quick holy war for that duchy. And with that, Scotland is almost completely mine. Conveniently, my truce with these counties here has recently ended. I can either try and conquer them one county at a time, or maybe, if I can somehow peacefully vassalize them, what if I give you money? Do you want to be my vassal now? Yeah, you do. Excellent. And with that, Scotland is completely mine. All that's left for a complete control over all of Britannia is Ireland. I still have 4 years of truce with them since I took Dublin, but when I take one more county I will be able to take the kingdom, which will hopefully make it significantly easier to take the rest of it. Now, which is the last duchy level title out of all my vassals? So, if I can just get rid of them, my power within the empire will truly be undisputed. Ah, and they just had to make a fight of it, didn't they? Another quick and easy little war. And this is it. There are officially no more Duke-level vassals within my realm. And finally, we have the CB invention. Meaning we don't have to conquer Ireland one county at a time, we can do one duchy at a time. Ireland, your time is through. For now, I'm just gonna take the Duchy of Connacht, and he's being invaded by yet another northern army, meaning that this county, for all intents and purposes, will be mine soon. And also, as soon as that war is done, I'm going to be taking the title Kingdom of Ireland. And mine now. Great, that makes it so that all of these counties are independent. I'm just going to be taking all of those, thank you very much. And now, in just 18 months, my truce with the former King of Ireland expires, and I will finally rule all of Britannia. Oh, and before that, there's yet another Northern Army invasion, and I love how they start this message. May you live in harmony and contentment. We're declaring war on you. Yeah, right, may you live in harmony and contentment. Oh boy, almost there. And finally, all of Britannia is mine, allowing me to click the button to reclaim Britannia. We get this button because we hybridized with the Cumbrians and we changed our heritage to Brythonic. By clicking the button we get a legend seed, a new nickname, and we get Reclaimed Britannia, allowing us to spread our culture even quicker. For too long this great island of ours has been under foreign rule. At last it is back in Celtic hands. I look out over the fields and it is as if the sun shines for the first time in years. It is as if the land of abundance and health, Tirnonog, or however you pronounce it, has returned to greet us welcome. The hills and valleys of our ancestors are once again embraced by culture. I think there's supposed to be an extra word there. Never mind. As the Crusades start, let's take a look. We went from being a count to the Emperor of Britannia. Almost all of our vassals are, indeed, governors. There are a few feudal holdouts here in Wales, and also there's a tribe here in the islands. But, considering the fact that literally all of our vassals are count level, there is absolutely no one to challenge us. This character has now ruled for over 60 years, and he has definitely come far. Although he definitely did have some advantages. I mean, his brother being scripted to die and giving him a duchy, being able to form the Kingdom of England despite not owning even half of the land. But it was fun anyway. My heir is this genius, who has some pretty decent stats. I wish I had paid more attention to him, maybe if I had gotten him to avoid becoming shy, but oh well. But this is definitely a fantastic little empire, a perfect position from which to expand our power. I'm not sure whether I'll continue this playthrough, I'll see about that. But in any case, my name has been Michael, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.